This is Module 1, multiplying 2-digit or 3-digit numbers by a 1-digit number. In your module book, there is a page explaining how to multiply whole numbers. And we're going to use the standard algorithm this year. We are not going to use partial products. So here's our first example. We have 46 times 3. And you always have to remember that that's the same thing as adding 46 plus 46 plus 46. I'm adding the 46 3 times. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to learn how to do the multiplication with the standard algorithm. So 3 times 6, I'm multiplying my two ones place, is 18. I put the 8 down here, and I put the 1 up here, so it's just like if I read 18. If I look over here, 6 plus 6 plus 6, that is 18. It's the same process. So then I go over here, I'm going back to my multiplication, and instead of doing 3 times 6, now I do 3 times 4. I'm moving it over 1. I do 3 times 4, which is 12, and I add in this 1 on the top, which is 13. So the 3 goes down here, and then the 1 goes next to it because there's no place for it to carry. So if I check out here now, 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So that's how the repeated addition and the multiplication are connected. So now we're going to look at some examples. 20 times 9. So the first thing that I do is 9 times 0, which is 0. And then I go to the 9 times 2, which is 18. There's no place to carry the 1, so I drop it down right there. Another example, 58 times 3. First thing that I'm going to do is 3 times 8. That's 24. The 4 is down there. I carry the 2 up on the top. Now I finished with that, so now I need to take my 3 again, but this time multiply it times 5, which is 15. Add in that 2, which is 17. We're going to skip to the next one. So now we have 76 times 5. First thing that we're going to do is 6 times 5, which is 30. And then we're going to move over to the next section. 5 times 7, 35, plus 3 is 38. We have 91 times 5. First we do 5 times 1, which is 5. Then we switch on over and we go 5 times 9, which is 45. So we have 78 times 8. This time we're going to try not to circle. First thing I'm going to ask myself is, what is 8 times 8? And 8 times 8 is 64. So there's a 4 down there, and I carry my 6. And then I go to 8 times 7, which is 56. And I have to remember to add in my 6 up there, which gets me to 62. Over here, we're going to try another one again. And in this case, once again, we're not going to circle. We're going to try to do it without doing that. We have 6 times 2 is 12, and we carry the 1. And then we have 2 times 7 is 14, plus 1 is 15, and we end up with 152. We're going to skip, and we're going to do some that are 3-digit this time, because they're a little different. And this time I'm going to circle them to follow along. So the first thing I'm going to do is 3 times 3, which is 9. And then I'm going to go to 3 times 6, which is 18, carry the 1. And then I'm going to go to the next one. 3 times 7 is 21, plus 1 is 22. Next, we have 440 times 3. First, we're going to do 0 times 3. That is 0. Then we're going to go 3 times 4, which is 12, carry the 1. And then we're going to do 3 times 4 again out here, which is 12 plus 1, which is 13. We're going to try a couple without circling. We have 222 times 9. 2 times 9 is 18. I carry my 1. Then 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1, which is 19, and I carry my 1. 2 times 9 is 18, plus 1, which is 19, and I have my answer. And the final one that we're going to do for today, we have 721 times 2. 2 times 1 is 2. Then 2 times 2 is 4. Then 2 times 7 is 14. And that is how we multiply 2-digit and 3-digit numbers by 1 digit.